Hey guys! After talking about the Armenian alphabet in the last videos, this time I want to talk about the Armenian punctuation. You would think that the marks are equal in every language. This sign marks an expression. This sign defines direct speech. The next one separates sentences. The dot ends a sentence. The column starts a listing or a definition. And the last one ends a question. All those signs are mostly the same in languages like English, French, Italian, German, and many others. However, this is not the case in Armenian, where all punctuations are marked differently. I will explain them now with examples. The first one is the full stop. You would have a dot at the end of the sentence in English. For example, I'm Daniel, dot. And that's the full stop. In Armenian, you have two dots looking like a colon. This is the full stop in Armenian. In this case, yes, Danielnem, full stop, which is two dots, looking like a colon. The second one is the question mark. What is your name? Question mark. This would be the English example. In Armenian, you would actually write down your sentence, put a full stop, the Armenian full stop at the end of the sentence, and you would put your question mark on the word that you want to question. In this case would be what or inche quanuna, and you would put your question mark on the last vocal after question word. This might be complicated, but it actually helps in written language when you have a sentence, a question, without a question word. For example, are you going to the gym? What are you actually asking in the sentence? Are you going to the gym? Are you going to the gym? Or are you going to the gym? So you can basically answer differently depending how the question sounds. But you do not know the answer if you write down the question. You can put the question mark in Armenian language on the word you want to question. For example, if you are going to the gym or someone else. Or you can put your question mark on the word going to ask if you're going to the gym or you're taking a taxi. Or you can put your question mark on the word gym to ask if someone is going to the gym or, for example, home or, I don't know, a restaurant or somewhere else. So basically you can use your question mark to emphasize the word, to question the word that you actually want to question, also in written form, not only by the way your sentence sounds, which makes it a little bit practical if you read books or texts because you know exactly what is being questioned. The next one is the exclamation mark or exclamation point, which looks like this in English. I am happy! Exclamation mark. In Armenian, this is similar to the question mark. You would put on the word that you want to emphasize. And there are actually two exclamation marks in Armenian. One shows excitement or happiness, like looking like a small wave. And the second one shows order and looks like a small accent. In both cases, you would put the exclamation mark, independent which one you want to use, on the word that you want to emphasize. For example, go home, you would put it on go, on the word that emphasizes the order or shows or explains the order. Or on the word happy, because that's the thing you want to emphasize or you're excited about. The next one are the quotation marks. Surprisingly, the quotation marks are also different in Armenian language. This is not very complicated because you would put the question marks at the end, at the beginning, and at the end of the word or sentence that you want to quote, and this is in that way not very different, but they look different. The next one is colon. In Armenian, there are again two colons, or maybe semicolon and colon are a bit mixed in explanation, but we'll try to explain it in these two examples. So I have the first case, which is basically an explanation or a listing of items or people. In this case, I have three sisters, Jane, Rose, and Lisa. So you want to say that you have three sisters and you tell the names of your sisters. You would use this one looking like the reverse accent to list the names. And then you have the second one, which is basically two sentences that have some logical connection. For example, Tom could not speak, he was drunk. You could have written Tom could not speak because he was drunk. In this case, you would use dot. This looks like full stop in English, but this is the colon in Armenian. And this is basically the explanation that second sentence provides to the first one. In English, you use a semicolon to connect two sentences which are closely related. In this case, the example is Sam has 2 dogs, Mike has 1. Instead of having 2 separate sentences with 2 dots, the sentences are connected with a semicolon. In the Armenian translation, you would use a comma instead of a semicolon in English. I really hope that the video was helpful for you. If you enjoyed it, please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. In case you have any questions concerning the Armenian punctuation marks, write them in the comment section below. If you have any questions concerning the Armenian punctuation marks, write them in the comment section below. And if you have any suggestions for a future video, write them in the comments as well. See you next time. Bye!